Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It's another day, and we have another scholarship. So, if you're new, thanks for joining us. Welcome. Where have you been? There are lots of fully funded scholarships on this channel already. There's tutorials on how to get the scholarships. So, if you've not subscribed, please do so because even many more are coming your way. And if you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support. So let's go to the business of the day without any further delay. We are in Australia, by the way, at the University of New England. Do not worry about the name. It has England in the name, but it is in Australia. Yeah. And we're searching for master's and PhD opportunities fully funded. And now this is the website, the scholarship website of this university, and straight we are going to international students and the different funding opportunities for international students, especially those providing full funding. So there are a number of them here and with their deadlines as well. For instance, the Australian Government Research Training Program Stipend Scholarship. That's a mouthful. It's there are two intakes, February to March. That's for the application window, and then we have August to September, August 14th to be precise. This video will come to you on the 15th of August. So it's within the application window. And you try to put in an application before the 29th of September. Of course, there are other scholarships here as well. We'll be looking at the first one, and then we'll be looking at this one as well, the University of New England International Postgraduate Research Award as well. So we're looking at that. And of course, take a look at the other ones as well. You might just be qualified for them, especially those that are still open. There is one expiring on the 6th of, or closing on the 6th of October. There is another one that is open until filled. This one is closed. So just check, and see which one you might just qualify for. So let's begin. I've opened tabs already to show you the different scholarships, and I'll be demonstrating to you how to apply, how to get English test waivers, why you do not need an agent, for instance, to apply. It's a very straightforward process. You do not need a middleman or a middlewoman, as the case may be. So let's begin without any further delay. So this is the one for the Australian Government Training Program. We've also opened this one for the Postgraduate Research Awards. Their application requirements are actually identical. They're actually quite the same. So probably just focus on one and just show you the similarities and we'll move on. So what does this cover? It's a fully funded, covers living allowance and tuition for high quality research higher degree students. Higher degree students means a master's and a PhD. And look at the word here, research is quite key. Most times you have a coursework master's and a research master's. This is focused on a research master's and of course a PhD. A PhD is already a research degree. So now research master's and a PhD. If you apply for any other course or any other degree apart from a research master's or a PhD, sorry, this scholarship doesn't cover any of them. So bachelor's, sorry, master's coursework, I'm very sorry. So let's move on. A research master's, a PhD, just to reiterate. So it covers full tuition and your living stipend. The basic conditions here is just that you are applying for HDR, that's higher degree research program, and then you do not have any other scholarships, any other simultaneous scholarship apart from this one. And it's for full time on campus. Full time on campus. So you'll be there in Australia, full time working on campus. And of course, we are within the application window. So if you'll be watching this on the 15th or subsequently, the application window we're working towards now is the 20, or the deadline we're working towards now is the 29th of September. It's not so far, it's not so near. So please try to get to work as soon as you can. And now let's talk about the money issues. So what is it worth? It's worth close to 30,000 Australian dollars. And you're paid every 2 weeks, fortnightly. That's the meaning, every 2 weeks. So this is broken down into monthly stipend and then also bi-weekly stipend or fortnight stipend. to remember full-time students task free. Let's check this one quickly if the application's requirements are the same. Also quite similar as well. And yes, the same higher degree research programs and for international students as well. So we got you covered for research masters or a PhD, just like the other one. I think we got this, yes, for research masters, a doctoral degree or research masters. Doctoral degree, that's a PhD, usually 3 years, research masters, 2 years. So lots of similarities here. The deadlines are also quite similar, still 29th of September. So any other difference? Any other difference? I do not see any, apart from something about insurance here. Standard overseas health insurance. There is nothing mentioned about insurance here, to the best of my knowledge, but you can check on your own. Quite similar, but you get the gist. So let's move on. How do you apply? You apply by following the instructions, and the instruction is here. There's a guideline here. So we'll open that with you and check. So there are two ways of applying. You either send a physical hard copy to this address. This might take time, of course, and posting it might also take a while. Why not just apply online? Apply online as well. Open an account, apply online, submit your documents. So you can always apply online, but then you can take a peek at the physical document. What do I mean? You can take a look at what the document looks like before you go online. And this is the form here. I've opened it already. The form you're meant to submit if you table in a hard copy. So I've opened it already. Let's see. I have the Word document here. Let me try to get it out. Yes, this is the Word document. So this is what you're also going to see online if you create an account. And you can use this one for like a rehearsal to see the things you have to tick, the boxes you have to fill, the documents you need to attach, the questions you need to answer, and things like that. So you could use this for practice. Yeah? So let's go. So application instruction. What's the process? What are the documents? So it's a good thing you asked. And you need a supervisor support. That is primary. Apart from the normal transcript that you're going to bring, you need like transcripts, recommendation letters, you know, those are the basic documents. But you need a supervisor's support letter. And you can either attach that support letter to your application, or the supervisors can send it directly to this email address. The instruction here is clearly written. And no more than 500 words, the supervisor will write that, yes, this student, I like his background, research enthusiasm, area of research, and I would like to supervise. Then you're meant to attach that letter to your application, or the supervisor sends it directly to them here. So it's very important. And I'll be showing you how to find a supervisor soon. I'll be showing you how to find a supervisor soon. And we'll also check, of course, the application's requirement. Do you need a first class? Do you need a second class? Do you need a third class? Let me just give you a tip. You need either a first class or a second class upper, usually, for these scholarships. So let's quickly check for the other one as well. Remember the Graduate Research Awards. Let's see if the application requirements are quite different. The form is actually quite the same. The guideline is also the same. The supervisor's statement is also the same. And you also need references as well. I think there's a special form for references as well. I think it's here. But take a look at it yourself. I think it's very clear and straight to the point. So how do you find a supervisor? That's like the major thing here, really, because it's like the make or break. If you do not have a supervisor, there is no point even bothering, because your application wouldn't go anywhere. And we wouldn't want that, would we? So let's move on. Let's just type here supervisor, supervisors, and see what we get. So supervisors, let's see what comes out. So while that is loading, a number of suggestions have come up. Before we look at this, let's look at this document quickly. We got this document from the main page, remember? And document says either hard copy or what do they call it, online. But there's something I want to draw your attention to quickly, and it's the English language requirements. Do you need to write the IELTS or the TOEFL? Ooh, scary. So let's see what it says here. So let's go there and see lots of info, lots of information here, and the exams you need to take and the exams you do not need to take. I think generally, to just cut the long story short, if you can demonstrate that you already studied in the English language, that you can demonstrate that you studied in a majority English language speaking country, then that could be your waiver. That could be the excuse you give in order not to submit an English language test. I think that's important. You can see here, um, English is the applicant's first language as defined by Section 4. Let's check Section 4 to see what is there. Where is the Section 4? Okay. But this is the Section 4. It doesn't say much about the countries. But you can always claim English is your first language or your language of study. Or let's see the other, what do they call the other conditions? That if your undergraduate study was in the English language, you can also claim that as well. And English was the sole medium of instruction. Of course, all these can be clarified and further reinforced by sending an email to the department and saying, "Hey, this is my condition. Oh, I from so country. I've studied in the English language all my life. I don't think I need to take any of these tests. What do you think?" So it's always good to clarify so you do not waste your time as well. So good to clarify. Send the email as soon as possible. There's actually what do they call it? There is an email box here when you want to register. You could always send them an email to just clarify all these things before you start the application. So let's go back to our search bar. So it brought out a number of suggestions. I will go to the first one, the graduate research schools. And here it says find a degree. Remember, HRD is higher degree of research or for research. So let's just put something like environment and see. Let's see environment. I remember it has to be by research, you know. So masters by research environmental sciences. So this is the page, and then we check for the applications requirements. So let's go down and say oh, yes, need a bachelor's degree, a minimum of a second class honors. Okay, good. And meet the English language requirements, of course. Yes. And then we are now in the big one, find a supervisor. Find a supervisor. So it says here there's a tool where you can use to find a supervisor. Let's open that tool and see where we can get a supervisor. And it says you have to also submit a research proposal to your supervisor. I'll be talking about this shortly if there's time. How to quickly write a research proposal rather, and probably just like a sketch and send to your supervisor, and both of you would work to finalize it. So let's find a supervisor. Remember, we're using environment as the, what do they call it, as the example. So now these are the supervisors or the professors working on environment, the different professors working on environment. And let's try Associate Professor Lisa and see what she's all about. So you check their profile and see which one closely align with your area of interest. Check their background, check their what they teach, their publications, and say, yes, this person aligns with my area of research. Or no, actually, I do not align with this person's areas of interest. And you can also be flexible, of course, and say, yeah, it's not my primary area, but I also like this area I want to explore. So there are lots of info here already on what this professor has done. So you breeze through it and see if it is relevant to you. And some of them we won't give you info on the PhD students they've supervised in the past. So supervision experience. So you check the PhD students you've supervised in the past. And you can even mention this in the email you send to them eventually and say, 2 years ago, you supervised this particular student on this particular topic. I'm interested in a similar topic, but in a different condition or a different case or something. Just make allusions to what they've done in the past or their recent papers or things like that. So do that for your different departments, of course. We just did that for environment. Are you biology? Are you conflict? Are you business? Are you um, gender, sociology, international cooperation, wherever you are? Just quickly, let me take you to my channel and see how to send an email to a supervisor. So there's already a video on my channel. So just type my name and type supervisor. I think this video will come up. So this video will give you step by step how to get a supervisor's attention, how to send emails to supervisors while you're looking for mentorship, graduate opportunities, supervision, and co. You can also get a video from this channel on research proposals. So just type my name and type a research proposal. Research proposal. And the video will also appear. There's a video here on how to write a research proposal from beginning to the end. You can just do it quickly, 2 pages, the basic questions, the basic things you have to, the basic headings in your research proposal. Send it to your proposed supervisor, and you can always work together to fine tune the proposal. I think they also give a page limit. Check your department and see. Some people might say 2 pages, some people might say 3 pages. So check and see, and you'll be fine. It's hard work, I know, but nothing good comes for free. You have to work towards it. So that's it, guys. I hope this was useful. Fully funded masters and PhD opportunities in Australia covers tuition, covers stipend, covers insurance. And as you can see, you can negotiate the English language requirements and say you've always studied in the English language. English language has been your major language of instruction for your country, and ask for a waiver or something, and you can always, of course, send them an email to clarify. And that was it, guys. I hope this was useful. Fully funded masters and PhD in Australia. Of course, there are several other videos on this channel. It's the application season, so lots of other scholarships will be coming up, and take advantage of them. Start applying, and hopefully by this time next year, we're rejoicing with you. We're shouting your name as you move to your desired institution of study, to your desired country of study. And of course, we cannot wait to celebrate you. Start using the documents, start putting your documents together rather, and start using the materials on this channel for free. Tell your friends, tell your classmates, tell your colleagues that this is where it is happening for fully funded scholarships from around the world. So until next time, guys, I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.